do a short video this morning. First off, I want to give my Creator all the honor, glory, and praise. I'm thankful for every gift He's given me. He's been with me every step of my life. Um, and I was talking to someone the other day about who I am, who they are, and such things such as this. But uh, I had an older brother that supposedly passed away in the hospital in Mena, Arkansas, about a year before me, or about 10 months, I think. August, yeah, 10 or 11 months. My mom didn't even get to go to the funeral. They kept her drugged up in the hospital. All they would do, they said the baby died. Then they say, no, he didn't die. Then she wants to see her baby while she's still laying in the hospital bed. So they bring a little baby to the door and someone takes a picture, and that's all we have. His name is Noel Dwayne Garrison Jr. Okay, that was kind of, and my mom woke up and they done had the funeral and when she was still in the hospital. Now imagine that. One of the doctor's names was Dr. Sugar, Sugar. And when you start researching names out, you see that people with the last name Gar and Ger are the same families. Somewhere down the bloodline, they're the same name. Okay. They've tracked me my whole life. They thought they got rid of my brother's Hebrew gematria value is 267, just as mine is, as my papa's. Three of us have the same gematria, Hebrew gematria value. Um, Another thing I want to comment about is that we live in like a simulation. We're a spirit in an avatar body. When you research the science of God and how we got here, you have to come to the conclusion that we come from the dust of the earth, and in this dust, in this ground, from this ground is a periodic table of elements. Each one of those elements has a number associated with it, numbers to give it weight, to give it value. So how can we not? We're created from that periodic table of elements that has all these numbers, that has value. That's the way you can associate how everything is created, because everything has to have a value of a certain amount of the periodic table of elements. Okay. I made the bold claim that I'm the Elijah on this earth. I've got a king on my thumb. It's from DNA. It's not a tattoo. And nobody can discern this except for me, I guess. Maybe one other or two other people can, but they can't really discern it. Jesus said you can discern a lot of things, but you can't discern the times that you're really in. So what I'm saying is that I'm making the bold claim again that I'm the Elijah of this earth. I'm God's signature of this earth. I don't care who you are, the government, the military, the whole United States, China military, Donald Trump. Oh, just right quick, I want to show you something here about Donald Trump. Let's see if it's in here. All right, he just done this picture here, folks. For all you Christian people that's following Donald Trump, Trump arrest prompts Jesus comparisons. He's he's um he's comparing himself to Jesus. Look at the angel wings. See, he's showing himself again that he's an angel. He's a fallen angel. He's a false angel of light. Jesus said there'll be a great deception in the end. We're at the great deception. I'm not 100% saying he's the Antichrist, but if he's not, he's paving the way. He's the greatest warlock or witch, whatever you call those people that practice magic. He's that. He's a time traveler, he claims. Well, I also claim to be a time traveler. It's called astro traveling. When you're asleep, your spirit goes to other places. And I want to make this comment. I'm not condemning no one. Uh, I had a guy that I was really upset with, really upset with. I mean, here a couple of years ago, 3 years ago, and and I kept praying, God, you got to show this guy something, man. I'm fixing to something fixing bad's fixing to happen, because I've went as far as I could go. Well, this after a while, me and the guy get to talking again, and he comes in and tells me Hey, Travis, I seen you few days ago. I was over driving around in the country, and I come around the curve, and there you were standing, and and all the way down this road was at least 2,000 white SUVs, fancy white SUVs, and you was at the front of them. And it took me three times of him telling me that. The last time he told me that that I haven't got it, I hadn't got it yet. That he'd been telling me this. I haven't. It really didn't sink in. So I'm saying you've been taught about the King James Bible and all that, and it's a little bit of trickery Bible. It's if you research it out in the Greek and Hebrew, you'll see that there's some trick words in it. I don't care what any Christian says, because I've researched it down to the letters of the Bible. A lot of the words. But the last time he told me, he said, "I don't think you appreciate what I'm telling you, Travis." Said, "I seen you with 2,000 white SUVs. That the SUVs. I kept driving down the road. You were standing there. You didn't have a smile on your face. You just was staring at me. And I went by you, and you just looked at me. And I went on by, and I know there was at least 2,000 white fancy SUVs. And that's when it dawned on me. One of the other times it dawned on him, because it's happened all my life. Things I saw when I'd wake up at 3 or 4 in the morning, I would feel so bad, and I'd feel like time had jumped. I mean, it was just like hours and hours. I'd at that it that I missed. That's when I was astro traveling. Okay. Now, even this video I'm making is for the sheriff of the county that I live in. Me and him had a little. I went up to him, had a little talk with him about situation here 6 months ago, 8 months ago, maybe a year ago. Well, when he was getting there, we was talking about what was going on at the time. The things the stuff they're putting in people. He said, we're not there yet. We can't change people's DNA. And I'm saying, are you kidding me? I didn't say that to him to his face, because I thought, man, you're
Hello, everyone.
are you serious? See, this is on my right
I'm
thumb,
see if y'all can
folks.
see these images.
Just
Well,
like
I know
Joseph.
you can see
Matter
that
of
one
fact,
there
I'm
because
fixing to
I've
show
done a
you
little
my
artwork on
genealogy all the
it
way
to
back to
show you
Adam.
what an image,
There's the
a
king right
signet
there.
is.
There's
This
I
is
done a little
God's
artwork
signet
right
right
there.
here.
Okay. Anyway,
But
there was an
if y'all
incident
can,
happened this weekend,
see
a
that.
few
Now,
days
some
ago,
people
that
has eyes that can't
I run
see.
into
I mean, they're not made to see.
I had
But
my first. This was my first time I ever
y'all can
spoke
see right
directly
there.
to a
That's
demon possessed person.
king, image of a king.
And if they hadn't come, they
God's
come
signet.
arrested this person. If they hadn't, I was fixing to cast this demon out of this person, because I started speaking to it. It spoke back to me. It was Legion. It had many names. Uh, and by that time, the policeman had arrived, and I was, I'd already told the demon to come out of this person, and it told me no. So anyway, so I know I'm on the right path, no matter what anybody thinks. And to be a king, a prince, whatever God has for me, is that in the next 1,000 years, is that I have to make hard, impossible decisions. I can't let nobody persuade me, because I know since I was 5 years old that every step of my life, Jesus Christ was there. That's God put me in a position to be raised to know the Creator, which is Jesus Christ, Yeshua HaMashiach, the Messiah. He is God in the flesh. See, God is light. His name is the Most High is El Elyon. Um, and it's light. Nothing can get above this light. Nothing can get at the end of this light. Nothing can penetrate this light. The darkness cannot comprehend El Elyon, the Most High, the Creator of this earth, of everything. All right. So, I'm getting to is there's a showdown coming. It's building, and the thing is, I had a deputy come up behind me the other night tailgate me going up a hill that had a 4-lane. He wouldn't pass me for a little bit. Just got right on my tail. So I'm going to make this proclamation to anyone who listens to this. I'm not playing no more. The time of the end is getting closer, and the showdown's coming. The next time, either you Masons or you, anyone in authority comes up behind me in my vehicle and tailgates me, I'm slamming on my brakes. And you're going to hit me from behind. I'm going to get out and take my shoes off, and I'm going to get me a ground connection to this earth, and I'm going to pull lightning down upon you. There's a time for seriousness. There's a time for games. There's a time for playing. There's a time for pleasure. And, you know, God gives us this beautiful earth to enjoy. And people like you, you're criminals. I don't care who you are. CIA, FBI, it don't matter to me no more. The time of the end has come. The end of this age has come. So I would advise each and every one of you, the deputies, whoever, Department of Homeland Security, Donald Trump, Benjamin Netanyahu, Vladimir Putin, Volodymyr Zelensky, whoever, Justin Trudeau, whatever, you know, whoever is in control, which I believe is Donald Trump, and it may be King Charles, you know, I mean, or Prince William. I think if there's an Antichrist, I think it is Prince William, if it's not Donald Trump. Some people say King Charles is. They've done all this work, and it's possible. You know, it's possible because when you go to the birth chart, you can see that Prince William Saturn was in the womb of Virgo the very minute Prince William was born. Saturn sometimes, from the Christian perspective, takes on the name of Satan. Okay, so that was in the womb. All of God's people come from the womb of Virgo. It don't matter if you're born a Pisces or whatever, you still come from that womb of Virgo. All right, I'm going to go over here and I'm going to show you my genealogy. All right, this is my genealogy. I'm just going to skip through to the end of it. Y'all can see there's Eve and Adam. Let's go back over here to the first. There's me, Travis Dwayne Garrison. Now I'm going to go back over here. And this is the whole genealogy of who we are. And what I'm saying to all my family, you must discern the time that we're in. We're not here to play games no more. We were put here for a reason, for this time, and you have to realize who you are. And you have to, for anyone that has hidden sins, you have to repent of those hidden sins. God says to repent of the sins you don't even know you have, because God's ways are not our ways. Our thoughts are not his thoughts. So you have to try to think in the spiritual aspect to realize that God's law is the law of reaping, sowing and reaping. There's no other way. Our DNA has memory in it. Like we're an incarnation, like this right here. I am the incarnation of Adam, and all the way down through. It goes through Joseph, King David, and so you have a little bit of the memory cells from them. Just think about it. When every time that, okay, your dad, you're a part of your dad. He's a part of his dad. So that makes you a part of your grandpa, an incarnation. I know it's hard to comprehend and understand, but God says I'll declare the end from the beginning. So I'm an incarnation of Ad, and I'm also believe that I'm an incarnation of Jesus Christ. I'm not Jesus Christ, but I'm part. And to all y'all, to everyone out there that thinks you're Jesus Christ, you're the real Jesus Christ, whether you're man, woman, whatever, your memory is open. Your memory cells are opening up and letting you feel that memory that you are part Jesus Christ. You're not the Jesus Christ. He's sitting by the right hand of the Father, which is El Elyon. He's sitting in the throne right now in heaven. in a glorified body, immortal body. It's a either crystalline or siliconized body. It can transform, okay? Just like the fallen angels can. If you ever seen the show Transformers, they're giving you a pretty kind of a close idea of what's really happening in this earth, in the heavens. That these transformers, they can transform into any other kind of beings, okay? So I'm just saying it's something that you need to research and ponder and question God about. God says, question all things, question every matter, search out, search out every matter. They tricked me too, folks. They put that all this stuff in me too. I got it all in me, trying to change my DNA through a tuberculosis program that I supposed to have a TB egg in me. This is before I woke up. I was in there one day in Arkansas. There's a place about every town. There's a courthouse or whatever that you can go and you can get state help. So they sent me over here to get this program, 3-month program of antibiotics for this tuberculosis egg I supposed to have in my blood. Okay, and I was one day went in there. I said, I'm having a conflict of can I come in 2 weeks earlier or 2 days earlier, 2 days later, because I'm having a conflict with another appointment I've got. And the lady, the nurse says, let me call the Arkansas CDC. So she calls the president. It was a woman here in Arkansas. I was sitting right there by her, and the lady, this was at 9 o'clock in the morning, and I heard the lady on the phone, the president of the Arkansas CDC, say, so you've got Travis Garrison in there. I'm sitting there and I'm thinking, how did she know it was me in this room? And that's when I started waking up a little bit. I started waking up and thinking, how did I'm one person, and they know that I'm in here in Mena, Arkansas, and the president of the CDC of Arkansas knows it's me in Mena, Arkansas, 3 hours away at 9 o'clock in the morning. So anyway, after I got through with the program, I looked, they gave me a printout of everything I took, and it was the same thing that they were putting in everybody here a while back. And YouTube will cut you off. They will give you a strike for saying things like this, so, but you know what? YouTube's bringing the plagues of Moses down on them. I noticed that they went back into my account and gave me the opportunity to some of the videos they gave me strikes on, give me give me the opportunity to rehash this out. So they're starting to lose. YouTube's starting to lose customers big time. And these customers are going over to Rumble. That's Donald Trump's new thing. Truth Social. Rumble owns Truth Social, really. And so I believe Rumble will take over YouTube just like Google took over Yahoo. Because it's the Antichrist system. Gonna give you free speech. Free speech. False angel of light. So anyway, this was just something that had been on my mind the last couple of days, and things that's happened in the last couple of days to let me know that I'm on the right path. And I'm just gonna be honest with everybody. I mean, everything I do is, and I'm gonna be honest with. Other day, I was thinking about how the impossible task that God put me in. That sometimes you just want to quit. Just like Elijah, man, when he went up against Jezebel, he just wanted something. There was a time that he got scared and just wanted to quit. I haven't got scared, but I have wanted to quit. Some days you just have that, you just want to quit. Well, I seen a tag. I was following behind a tag that said 267, which is my Hebrew value. There was a tag on the car. I don't care. God can speak to you in tags. He can speak to you in nature. He can speak to you many different ways. and he will use it all because we're in a simulation type of a environment. So he can put whatever he wants to. That's the reason the Mandela effect is going on. We're living in a, it can be altered like the, if you ever watch the Truman Show, that's kind of like what we're in, really. It really is. When you get down to the science of it, because I wanted to know the science of it. I wanted to know the science of Elijah, and I started seeking the knowledge of how we exist, what kind of powers do I have, and because I'm a chimera, whatever you call it. And let's see here. Um, Let me see if it's right here. Y'all hold with me just for a second. Y'all bear with me just for a second. I want to show you this right here, right quick. If I can find it. I wasn't planning on doing this, but um, wait, maybe it's in here. All right. This is my granddaughter. This is her birth chart. God said there'll be signs in the sun, moon, and heavens. Tesla says that if you want to know the secrets of the universe, think of frequency, vibration, and energy. All right, these stars and sun, moon, and stars are emitting a frequency, a vibration that creates our character. Okay. I made the comment that I'm from the angel Sandalphon that you ain't never heard about, really. Y'all see the triangle there? Just like that's God showing me who I am, my family, showing me who we are. That's Elijah. Elijah is the Sandalphon. He is the angel Sandalphon. And I'll show you something else. I've said I'm the gateway keeper to heaven's golden gate. And see this? The Tao, ancient name Tao, door. There's the pyramid right there. There's one there too. It's early Hebrew, and there's the Middle Hebrew. That's that triangle I showed you. That pyramid. Where the doors. Where the gatekeepers. Um, on 26. My Hebrew value is 267. Is the longitude on the ecliptic in the Golden Gate of Heaven. I was born on September the 8th, 1961. And they released a movie the day I was born named Samson, because Samson is a judge. So I am the judge of this earth until Jesus Christ gets here. I act as a restrainer, a judge. And, I don't go around seeking offices. You know, of government, because God says for us to come out of that system too. I know we have to participate in it as long as we're here, but you have to separate yourself from this system as much as you possibly can. And I'm going to ask each. I'm going to do some video on Prince William and Prince Charles and Prince Harry because they have a. Some say that Prince Charles is the Antichrist, and he very well possibly could be. Donald Trump may be just paving the way. Donald Trump may be the false Elijah, paving the way. Uh, I still have a hard time believing that because a lot of these old commercials he did, he's showing he's the potter working with clay as the father. He's made the comment he's the father of the stuff that warp speed. If y'all remember that and the storm that's coming, he's the father. He's made these claims, and he's made claims he's Apollyon, um, and so I'm still leaning towards Donald Trump, but Elon Musk his name means God, and he wears the number 22, which is a number for God. And you just have to research all these characters out. I don't know if we'll really know the right one until he makes that claim that he's God, But Donald Trump's almost done that to me. He's almost already made it that he's God. So I got a few more videos I've been working on, researching out, and so that's what I'm gonna do. Here's Prince William's birth chart. He's got a red triangle. Y'all see that? And he's got like horns, nearly got horns like Benjamin Netanyahu, like Ron DeSantis has these horns. Except theirs are a little more pronounced. Here's a set of horns. One horn is bigger than the other side, and then he's got a connection from this horn to the center of that horn on his birth night. He's had his he's got looks like a pretty powerful birth chart to me. So he's got these Prince William Islamic centers and all this, so he may be the one. Um, let's see here the conjunctions that he had. He had a quadruple conjunction right there. Anyway, I'm in this video. I want to thank y'all for coming to this video. I just thought I would do a little video this morning since I ain't done one in a while. I've had some things on my mind. Some things have happened lately that was huge. And I just know one thing that about that God will put you in impossible situations. If you plan to be a king, you can't let nobody persuade you. You got to love God more than you love your own family. You got to follow God's instructions. And I was talking about that tags that I seen it whenever I tried to quit this test that he put me in, a couple of times. I seen a tag that said 267 UFF, like I got two F's, two strikes, because I done already tried to quit twice, Then day before yesterday, there it was again. YMYUFF. God was reminding me I had two F's, two strikes on me already. So I can't quit again. And I'm not going to because I done got the message. I've seen too many signs that, and I'm just being honest with everybody. I'm still part human. And that human, sometimes that flesh, we war against our flesh wars against the spirit, and our spirit wars against the flesh. So sometimes that flesh tries to rise up and take over, and even Elijah felt that. He went and hid in a cave one time, and God says, "What are you doing here, Elijah? Get back out there." And he told Moses one time, God told Moses, said, when you research out about the parting of the Red Sea, Moses was kind of complaining, what am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do? God said, just do it. Just part the waters, Moses, just part them. You have the power. So I'm just saying that I have the power too. They thought they changed me, but they couldn't. They thought they were greater than our creator, but they're not. I'm just saying, have faith in your creator. Learn who you are and research out who you are. You can find out. You can find out through the Hebrew gematria. I don't care what anybody says. There's some people on there that's really good people that says it's made up numbers. It's not made up numbers. It's everything has to have value. Even our torus field has number values to create a certain amount of plasma energy, electromagnetics. There's got to be a certain amount to balance out the creation that we live in. And I'll add this, even if it is satanic, go talk to, you go back to the time of Gideon. You got to know the enemy's plan. And I don't think it's satanic, but I'm going to be called a Kabbalist and all that. But there's way more to it than the Christian church is telling that is teaching you, because they've been deceived too. And to a lot of things. And I know Jesus Christ is full of mercy. He's loving, compassionate. He forgives. He gave his life to forgive all the sins of the whole world. So, there's nothing greater than that someone could do for humankind. And but there also has to be, God's government is a theocracy. It's not a Democrat Republic. It's not a you the people, we the people. It's not that at all. So you see what happens when we the people rule. Y'all see what's happening. We the people. God is a righteous judge. He wants righteous judges, righteous kings that judge righteously, a theocracy, one that's fair to each and every person. And there's been rules all throughout the Old Testament, that there had to be 2 or 3 witnesses before you could even go to court. If there's no condemnation in Jesus Christ no more. But in the Old Testament, as the rules were being set for life, Jesus, if somebody goes accused of doing something, there had to be 2 or 3 witnesses before it could even go before a council, to be judged. So that's just the nature. Then it gets down to Jesus come and paid for everything. So I'm saying we're close to the end of this age. Our government's not telling you that there's a plasma apocalypse coming, where the North and South Pole is going to exchange, and it's every 12,000 years it does this. It happened in the time of Noah. That's what caused the flood. It happened even at the time of Moses to an extent. There's intermissions of this times in there that's reminders, like a volcano went off whenever Moses parted the Red Sea. And because Moses spoke it, he done whatever it took, and God said, "Just do it, Moses," and it happened. And that's the power Moses had. And if you think about it, there's a lot of type of there's a lot of in Joseph was a type of a redeemer. Moses was a type of a redeemer type. These were types and shadows of Jesus Christ. They were considered a Messiah, so to speak. They really were, because they led Jesus's people, God's people, out of harm's way, out of slavery. And that's the time it is again. We're fixing to leave this slavery system that we're in. And it's going to happen through an event. Some people call it a solar flash or whatever, but the sun has really been sending things, X flares, CMEs, it's really been drastic lately, and a lot of people are feeling it. And if you see the world's going crazy, that's what's causing it, because these are cells of light that's coming. It's trying to heal us. It's meant to heal God's people. These rays of light, these CMEs, these X flares, and it's hard on these human bodies because most of us has not took care of our bodies like we're supposed to. So anyway, well, thank y'all for coming to my video. I done this. I know it's probably a little bit of a rant, but anyway, I'm just about to the end. I've done declared the end, and I think that's why I think something already got started on this earth, because I'm God's signature for this earth. I don't, only one person believed Elijah, and he really didn't believe. He was that they were still questioning Elisha's mind. Because if Elisha would have really believed, he would have went with Elijah in the chariot of fire, like the rapture type, you might say. He would have went, but he had questions. But he did believe enough that he wanted double the anointing. He did have that enough in him. If you leave, I want you. Well, I'm saying I'm leaving, and you better go with me. I want you to go with me. So God wishes no one should perish, and that's how I feel. I wish no one would perish. I hope they all repent and get their hearts right, because your heart has to be right or you can't go. I mean, that's just the way it is. I mean, uh, some some of the rabbis and stuff say everybody's going back to God, everybody, and they may do it. I hope that's right. I really do hope that's correct. But I don't see that teaching anywhere really except for the rabbis, and they're the ones that hung Jesus on the cross. The scribes and Pharisees, the religious people, the one who had 613 commandments. And Jesus come along and gives two commandments to take care of all the rest. He says, love your God with all your heart, and to love your neighbor, and if you have that, you'll do all the rest of the commandments just automatically. They won't even, you don't even have to think about them once you take what Jesus said and put it in your heart. Thank y'all for coming to my video. Hope everyone has a great day.